Tom, I want to ask you first, can you walk me through the process of what it's like to take a novel and
Mhm.
adapt it for the big screen?
Well, you have to find a book you love as much as I love this one, and I felt like I knew it's always it's a great question because I've done a couple adaptations now. I would say this: there has to be a scene where you're like, I know exactly how to do this. Like you feel it in your gut. And for me, weirdly, it's a very small scene in the movie, but it's where they have dropped their grandson off at his new apartment and they're home, and Diane is standing at the kitchen sink. You never see her face, but you know she's falling apart. And Kevin he doesn't know how to console her. And I loved sort of when that scene occurred to me. I loved writing it, I loved shooting it, I love them in it, and it's a nothing scene, but it's as an example that make you want to make a whole movie just to make a scene like that.
Yeah, it spoke to you. I
Yeah,
understand that. There's
yeah,
there's
yeah,
parts in TV shows, movies, books where you're like captivated by that one scene and you don't
yeah.
always can explain it. You can't always explain it. With a story that you felt so passionately about,
Mhm.
casting and making sure that it was perfect for the big screen must have been something that was important to you. How
Yeah.
did you assemble this cast?
We were so lucky to meet Diane very early, like first in, and then we went to Kevin, and once you have those two, you know, it's like ringing a dinner bell. You can get anybody to come. But it was a joy to sort of fill in the rest of it. Leslie, who's spectacular. Um, it's always interesting with these projects. You think, oh well, that part there'll be a million people for that, and then it turns out there aren't. First of all, Kaylee Carter is spectacular. I love her. Jeffrey Donovan. Will Britton, who plays Donnie Weeboy, was one of the last people to be cast, and it was because Donnie turned out to be the hardest part to cast. And he, I think, is so good, and he had such an understanding of that character. And I held out for the right Donnie. I just had not seen anybody I thought got Donnie, and I'm so proud of him. He's great. And then Boo Boo Stewart is spectacular.
Yeah, you really did such a phenomenal job with this film. It keeps you interested, it keeps you invested. It's a thrill ride in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
and all the characters are really fleshed out and well developed. So I really enjoyed it. I hope we can start building some word of mouth on this because I had no idea it was coming out, but let's do it. We'll work together
I
and
appreciate
hopefully,
it.
yeah.
That's
So
great.
thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank
All
you.
right, good luck with this, and hopefully I'll catch you again soon.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye.